Everybody over here, welcome back to Video File Freak. And today I'm going to talk about, home cinema versus going to the cinema. Which one do you prefer? Which one I prefer? So I'm going to open up the blinds, close the lights so you guys can actually see the projected image a little bit better because just like Jimmy, 400 anti-lumens, not so great. So we got to have almost all the lights out, all the ambient light or, the main light cut out. So I'm just going to talk about so I will answer any of your questions and concerns about owning a big ass projected image like this and how to achieve it. Not really how to achieve it, but my thoughts on it. And also my thoughts on going to the movies. Like, should you go to the movies? Should you, it's either that or buy physical media and watch these movies at home like this. Which one I prefer, which one I don't prefer, why you should get a projector, why you should not get a projector, some of those things that should pop in the mind when you want to view movies. First off, I will have to say thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. This will be just a live video feed besides me actually recording and uploading the video, and then, uploading the video will take fucking forever. And then, I got to compress it, and then I got to edit it and stuff like that. I might as well just do this live. So I'm doing this live. So my thoughts on, and my lavalier microphone. I actually bought a lavalier microphone so you guys can hear me probably a little bit better. Let me push this up a little bit more onto my chest here. Probably. Hold on. Something like that. Oops. Hold on. There we go. I think I fucked it up a little bit, but probably you guys got the point. So, owning a home theater. Yeah, that's going to bother the crap out of me. Hold on. I'll put you over here instead. There we go. So, owning a home theater, it's great. It's great having a home theater, or as from my standpoint is, for all these years, a bedroom theater. It's always good to have it because it's always great because if you missed a movie in the movie theater, then you got something to watch it on. Okay. The thing is I think going to the movies is better than watching it at home. Yes, I got a projector. Yes, probably this is like 120 to 130 inch screen. Yes, I get it. Not screen, but projected image. I get it. Yes, I can achieve the same level of everything that you do at the movies. I could get it at home. Yes, I get it. But there's something so, like, you guys can actually write your opinions in the comment section. I think it's so much better watching a movie at the theaters than it is at home. There's so many benefits on watching it at home. Number one, you could pause the movie. So you could pause the movie, take a tinkle, come back. Or, you could make some popcorn, make some sody pop, and then you could come back and then press the play of the movie. I don't like how that thing was looking at me like that. There's so many benefits of a home theater, but you got to have the money. You got to have the expense. You got to have the wall space. The wall space is big. It's a big thing when it comes to owning a home cinema because you got to have the wall space. Let me pick its nose. Sorry, I had to throw that one. I had to do that. So you need the wall space to project on. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't even have white walls. Some people have pink walls or purple walls or, the stupid beige walls. There's so many downfalls of owning a projector and want to start a home theater. There's a lot of expense that goes into it. You got to buy the projector. You got to buy what resolution. You got to figure out the throw distance to see how far it is from the projector to the wall or to the screen. You got to realize how big, what screen you want, and that all takes time. You can't just buy a projector and be like, okay, I'm gonna fill up this whole entire wall, and then you don't even do your research, and then you get a screen that's about the size of this, and then you'll be very disappointed. So you do need to do your research when it comes to home theater. Going to a cinema, they already have it all set up. 50-foot screen, surround sound system, Atmos, if you're lucky. Um, there's so much things that go into home cinema that people just. I mean, yeah, they understand about it, but it's just, do you have the money? Do you have the time? Do you have the budget? Do you have the wall space? The wall space is a big thing. Or you could just buy an 85-inch TV and just go along with that. A lot of people buy 85-inch TVs, which I'm just like, okay, cool. I mean, you got an 85. I mean, if you go any TV above 75, then you might as well get a projector. That's technically how I feel. If you're gonna buy something that's over 85 and over 75 inch, you might as well just invest in this, because I think any TV over 85 or over 75 is just like, just get this. Just get this. You'll be a lot better. You'll be a lot happier. Um, if you care about resolution like 4K, then this is definitely not the realm for you to be. 4K projectors cost more than almost a freaking car itself, with those big top tier ones like JVC, Sony. Their 4K projectors, yeah, those you will have to pay 10,000 or more. So it costs more than a fucking car. But at the same time, you do get that true 4K image. So for me personally, when it comes to watching a movie, I still rather go to the movies than watching something on here. That is pretty an oxymoron, right? Because I have this, and then you're just like, why? Why? Just stream. You're good. You got everything. You got the popcorn, you got the soda, you got everything at home. You got this giant ass freaking image. You got everything at home. Yeah, but there's something better about going to the movies. Now, if you guys agree with me, leave it in the comments. Because, yeah, I mean, there's several things that's about a home theater that's just like, it's cool. There's a lot of money that goes into it. And if you want to start it, you got to start it from the ground zero. Like a TV and a soundbar is not going to get you anywhere. Sadly. I mean, I do have a soundbar over here that's Bluetoothing to the Bluetooth thing. Good, I created a new word. Bluetooth pair to the projector. So I actually do have sound, but there's something better about going to a cinema, a true cinema, than this. This is actually one of the reasons why. Too much ads. So I could play, pause, rewind. I could do a lot of things what other people can't. When you I could just press back. It should enable screensaver. Cool. There's something about going to the cinema, true cinema. Not that stupid, TV. TV that you guys have at home. Like I said, if you guys have a 75-inch, cool. If you guys got an 85-inch, cool. You want to call that a cinema, home cinema, or home theater, go for it. But how I classify it as a home theater is a sound system, a Blu-ray player, a bunch of movies, and something this big. Let me close the blinds out so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about here. And something this big. You need something this big. You can't think that a 75-inch TV is, theater. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's not. Sorry, you guys. Sorry to bust your asses, but a lot of people think that a 75-inch TV is a freaking home theater. Yeah, if you said like probably 2 feet away from it. My bed is right there. Lay down, and then this big ass fucking thing is in my face. So yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh, look, it's 7:06. I'm supposed to leave around 8:45, so I'm just gonna make this live stream pretty quick, so I can eat, get ready, and then go to work. But yeah, I mean, you guys see it. you gotta see it into a perspective where if you don't have the money, if you don't have the time, if you don't have the expense, if you don't have the wall space, I think going to the cinema is hell of a lot cheaper than having this setup. So the like the title says, um, home cinema versus cinema. Which one do you prefer? Hopefully, a lot of people in the comments, not right now because this is being live and it's going to be recorded. So if you guys want to revisit it, you guys can revisit this recording into the live tab on my channel. Like, there's nothing cheaper than going to the movies. Yeah, a lot of people are complaining about the movie prices. Oh, the movie prices is what? What? I haven't been to the movies in a while. Um, what's the ticket price for movies now? What, 15 bucks? 17? I don't know. I totally forgot. Um, dude, that is a lot cheaper than yeah, there's gas prices involved. Yeah, the gas prices are pretty damn high. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie, going to the movies is a lot cheaper than buying a projector, having this big of an image quality, having this big of an image size for the projector that you paid for. Get a sound bar, get a bunch of Blu-rays, get a bunch of DVDs, get a player. You know, the HDMI cable is a big thing if you want to do 4K. So, you know, HDMI is a big thing. So you got to consider that. You got to consider if you want to have 1080p or 4K. 8K, there's no such thing as 8K anymore. All the big manufacturers pause the 8K projector and TV market because 8K, they just realize, you know what, it's not really relevant this day and age. So if you want to buy an 8K TV or projector, I mean, you could buy it. I mean, I think Samsung is the only company that still produces 4K and 8K projectors and TVs. But yeah, I mean, 8K is not really worth it. This is 1080p. 1080p at HDR. This is an HDR. This thing could take HDR 10 and HDR 10 plus. No Dolby Atmos, but it does take no Dolby Vision either. So no Dolby Vision, no Dolby Atmos. It does take Dolby Audio 5.1, 7.1. So that's pretty good. How many speakers do you fucking need? But yeah, you gotta have the wall space. You gotta have everything, and it's a lot cheaper to buy a ticket to go to a movie that you want to watch than having this, setting it up, and then watching it at home. Now, granted, this is a better experience because, like I said earlier in the live stream, you know, you could pause it, you could go take a tinkle, you could go get popcorn, soda pop, you know, candy. You guys still eat candy. You can have all that in your kitchen. You know, you don't need to pay for all that. But for the home theater aspect and setting everything up and, you know, getting everything all together, this is actually a pretty having a home theater is actually a pretty expensive experience. Like I said, I mean, a 75-inch TV is a pretty good size, but if you're gonna go from 75 to 85, I keep saying yes, buy a projector because it's a better experience. But I mean, this is an investment. Every projector that I have, brand new, costs almost $4,000 or $5,000 altogether, right? The Enfocus, I think this is. I know that the Epson is 2,000. This is 1,000. I think the Optima X1 X181. No, H. What is it? H181X. This one right here. That one is $999, not $9.99. $999. So, yeah, projectors are very expensive. This one I'm using, as you guys saw from like my thoughts and, you know, demo of the projector, this is an XGIMI Mogo 2 Plus. You could buy this for $298, $298 with $318 with taxes. So yeah, I mean, with projectors, they do tax the crap out of you. So like I said, it's an investment, but it's so much easier to buy a ticket and go to the movies and enjoy it on a 50-inch screen than you do watching it at home, buying all that equipment, and subscribing to all these streaming services and buying all this physical media to watch it on a 120 or 130-inch screen like this one, and then enjoy the content in the comfort of your home. I still think that going to the cinema is a lot better in value than setting all this up, having the money. You might be broke at the end of the day. You could buy used stuff, but at the end of the day, you still gotta spend a lot of money on this type of stuff. There's a lot of research that goes into having something this huge in your own freaking bedroom. It's so much investing. For me, before I bought my first projector, I was like, you know what? I always go to the cinema, always go to the movie theaters all the time. You guys have no idea how many times I go to the movies. It's crazy how much money I spend at the movies. And then I bought my first projector. And then I was I was happy. I mean, my first projector, I was like ecstatic. I was like, wow, I could I could get a at the time I think it was like 100-inch screen. My first projected size was 100-inch. I think it's 190-inch screen. Um and that thing actually worked crazy. That thing actually worked nice. Um and then all of a sudden I just realized I'm not getting 1080p because those cheap ass projectors don't do 1080p. They're 800 by 480 resolution. It's like those stupid RCA projectors that Walmart fucking sells. Good God. At the time, I was like, okay, I got a projector. I got a 100-inch screen. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to watch movies at home. I still went to the movie theaters. But I just realized I fucked up. When you fuck up bad. So, yeah. So this is the reason why I rather go to the cinema. Now, granted, now I got like full 1080p projectors, 720p. I got high quality projectors now. But at the time, I was dumb. I was stupid. I didn't know my research. I didn't do any research on projection or projectors in general because the projector is your main hub to entertainment, not the sound system, not the content. The projector is your main source because you're looking at it. You're visually looking at it. This is the visual display of your content. So this is more important than the sound bar or the content that it is. So that's what I meant about do your research on buying projectors. And I can't stress that enough. Do your research before you buy shit like this. And that's what I meant about the TikTok shit. Don't buy the TikTok projectors and thinking that you're getting this level of quality. Because I'm telling you, you're not. I'm going to keep telling you, and I'm going to keep saying it on every single live stream and every single video that I do. Yes, those TikTok projectors are not going to achieve this. Okay? It's just not going to fucking happen. Like this, you cannot achieve a TikTok projector cannot achieve this. All right? Let me sit down right here. My back is against the wall. TikTok projectors cannot achieve this. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. All those people who buy those things, I feel sorry for your pocket, your money. With this, you can't achieve this, son of a bitches. Okay? This shit, you're not going to achieve it at all with that cheap plastic bullshit. So that's what I meant about do your research or go to the theater. So having a home theater or having a home cinema or bedroom cinema, as what my thing is. Yeah, I can watch movies whenever I want, content whatever I want. I have the content at my fingertips. I got the players. I got everything. But it's about money. It's about the money that you have now, the quality of the product. Would you rather buy a projectors and a sound bar and everything and set it all up, or would I rather go to the cinema? Yes, I have all this. Yes, I have this massive display. Yes, I do have a sound system and then movies and you know Blu-ray players, DVD, HD DVD, 4K Blu-rays. I got the players. I got everything. I got a 45, 43-inch TV if I want to watch TV, other than watching it on something this big. Um, yeah, I have everything that actually starts a or having a home cinema. But at the same time, I think I'd rather go to the cinema and watching something like this. So I'm not gonna get rid of my setup. It's never gonna freaking happen. Like this, I'm keeping this until the day that it breaks or the day that I die. But it's a lot better going to the like I said, it's a lot better going to the movie theaters and experience the new movie. Because there's nothing better than walk into a theater and smell like that freaking popcorn just hit you in the face. You know? The only worst part is going to the counter and just waiting there. Just waiting there until everybody get their tickets and you're out of the way. And then all of a sudden, the tickets are sold out and you're just like, ah, damn. All right, well, we're here. We might as well watch a different movie. Yeah, okay. There's that. And streaming, yeah, I mean, don't do it. Don't do it. I know I stream on this guy because this is a Google TV. I have Tubi and Netflix pre-installed into this thing. Yeah, I know. I got it. Yes, I do have streaming services. I do have subscriptions to streaming services. Yes, do I watch them? Yeah. But you get better quality coming out of something like this than you do streaming. And plus, you get better quality about going to the movies than streaming. So if you're picky about frame rate and you're picky about picture quality and stuff like that, then go to the freaking movies. Like, there's always a movie theater somewhere around you. Like, those things are not all obsolete. It can't be. But if you're really, really fucking bored and then, you're sick or whatever, or you have family over, or, you want to watch a movie outside, sure, this is a big fucking investment. Like, this is actually a thing that is turned off now. Okay. The soundbar turned off. But I could turn it on again by clicking on that button. It's going to go boop boop. And then it'll reconnect. You'll see that it's going to reconnect because it's going to say the on soundbar reconnected. Any moment now, buddy. Come on. There we go. That's 36 inches? This motherfucker's 36 inches? Really? Really? God damn, that thing is small. Yeah, that soundbar is small compared to projected image this big. Thank God when I'm moving to a new house, and the owner, had a 5.1 surround sound system in the corner of the room. And then we just walked in and he was like, anything that it's here, you could have, or you could throw it away. I saw the 5.1 or 7.1 surround sound system and I was like, I'm keeping that. So yeah, I have a 5.1 or 7.1 surround sound system at the new house that we're going to be renting. So you guys will be seeing an updated video on that, or a setup video on that. But that's not what this live stream is about. Home theater versus cinema. Home cinema versus cinema. Yeah, who am I fucking kidding? Just buy a fucking projector and do it at home. I mean, it's just, I'm just letting you guys know, like, the facts. Like, what the fuck? Look at this thing, man. Like, hold on. I'm just going to do this in sake of the live stream. I'm going to go from this side of the image to that side of the image, and I'm going to tell you how really big this is. Ready? I'm going to count how many steps it is to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 steps to get from one side of the screen to the other, or the one side of the projected image to the other. Who am I kidding? Buy yourself a projector, buy yourself all this stuff, and just fucking enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Enjoy home cinema. If you guys like this live stream, please leave a like, please subscribe, and hit that bell notification. And all I gotta say is, like, guys, this is the way of the future. But honestly, I still rather go to the movies. I'd rather go to the theaters. But if you don't really have a theater around you, or you have family over, or you want to watch a game, or you want to watch the FIFA, the World Cup, like, watching the World Cup on this thing will be amazing. Mortal Kombat, playing Mortal Kombat on this thing, amazing. But it really depends on your pocket. If you could afford this big of a projected image, or all the projectors and multimedia, like a TV box and all these physical media, and then cool, you could afford it, do it. I'm encouraging you guys to do. You know what? Because I live in Florida, then I see this, I kind of miss the cold a little bit. Man, I will wish if I could feel the coldness again. It is what it is, man. I moved down here for a reason, but do I miss the snow? Not really miss the snow. I hate the snow. But do I miss the coldness a little bit? And transitioning from winter to spring to summer to fall? I kind of do a little bit. But anyway, that's beside the point. So leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you guys agree with me. Would you guys buy this or go to the cinema? Honestly, all because you have a home cinema, home theater, or a projector in your bedroom does not mean that you don't need to go to the theaters. Support the movies, support the directors, support the studios that are actually making this great, great, great stories, great content, great movies that you guys enjoy. Go to the movies, support that studio, support it. You are not supporting it while watching it at home. Go to the movies, support it. But if you have a TV and a projector, you're good. You're awesome. You are on the bandwagon to be the coolest guy in the world. But for me personally, yeah, I do have this. I still rather go to the movies, but I don't really have a movie theater around me, so this is actually my movie theater. So leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you guys like this content or any other content on the channel. Yeah, there you go, you guys. That is it. Oh, and plus, you can't go to the cinema, the game, if you don't request it. Like, I know some movie theaters, like, you can actually plug in your game console into their projector system, and then you can actually play. You can actually rent the auditorium to actually play games on their big screen. Some, like I said, some theater franchises do that. Cinema franchises do that. I know a lot don't do it. I know IMAX don't do it, but I think AMC does it. Think. I think Regal does that too. But playing a game on this thing is just amazing. Hopefully, my friend Matt Campos, Blue Skull 815, that you guys saw from other videos showing off his collection, he's actually starting his own home cinema in his house too. So hopefully he can actually record it and send me the video so I can upload it on my channel. I will have to talk to him about that. But yeah, he's starting his own home cinema in his house. But he thinks the same way that I do. I'd rather go to the movies still. All because he's going to have a 90-inch screen. I know, not as big as this, but a 90-inch screen. He'd rather go to the cinema. And you know what? Honestly, I feel the same way. So there you go. Enjoy your home cinema. Enjoy it. Enjoy the big 120-inch or 130-inch, whatever screen size that you have, 110-inch screen. But at the end of the day, you're not supporting the movie studios. Go to the cinema and support them. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on the next live stream and on the next video. Later.